technical difficulties here. And let's see. We got
Says
There
live,
we
bro.
go. We're live. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Sorry about that. In this one, we have a big show today where we're going to be covering quite a bit. I mean, Vivi just announced another Infinity Stone for obviously what we think could be the Infinity Gauntlet. We also have major updates around many different other projects or platforms like Gala Games, possibly BAYC, possibly a BAYC game coming very soon. The rise, really, of Web3 gaming in 2023. Chris, what's going on? Special guest today. Welcome to
Ayo.
Degen Dad's podcast episode number. I'm not sure, but here we are today with me and Chris. Man, it's good to have you back on. And this is a show where we pretty much just alternate every channel. But yeah, man, what's up?
Not much, man. I'm pretty excited for all the things coming. 2023 has already been a really strong start. Appreciate you for having me on your channel. As you said, like we rotate every week. And this has been great, man. I enjoy just kicking it, doing recaps. I feel like there's not enough of this of like what's going on in the space, just more casual conversation of it. It's a lot less stressful than videos because videos you have to like cut, trim, make them proper, make them like organized. Whereas this, like we can just kind of like hang out, man, and talk about it.
For sure, man. And we are also giving away some digital collectibles. So there's some alpha for you right there. We'll be rolling up that giveaway. I guess we could start one like right off the bat, and we'll just
Yeah.
keep doing them. Like we could do some pack giveaways. Do
Okay.
you want to show? I think you can share your screen, but I can share mine too. Do you want to show the platform?
I wasn't really prepared for it. I thought we were just gonna
That's
announce
all
it
right.
this week, but I can pull it up.
No, I got it. I got it pulled up.
Okay.
All right, we'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Okay.
All right, let's just get right into it. So, by the way, yeah, the Vivi Infinity Gauntlet, they just announced that. Is that something you're looking at? You're interested in? What are some of those things that you're looking at in terms of the Infinity Gauntlet? Do you have any of the stones, or have
I
you
do
like?
n I do not, but that's something I've been wanting to buy for a while. I probably will buy it after this hype dies down because I'm sure it reflected on prices. I did a little bit of DD because I was trying to think, like, from the movies, like, where Thanos I don't know why this crossed my head, but, like, who had the Power Stone, which is the one that they're gonna be dropping, and I didn't remember, like, Thanos actually, like, taking it when he, like, got all the to, like, make the, entire gauntlet. And come to find out, it was actually cropped out of the movie. That makes sense on why I didn't remember it. I can actually share my screen. I was doing a little I think I can share my screen.
Yeah,
Uh,
you should be able to. Yeah.
yeah, I was doing a little bit of research before we started, and, there it is, super tiny. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, yep. Let's move it around. There we go.
Ayo. But yeah, so they actually this video just kind of broke it down on why the creators didn't do it, and it boiled down to there just wasn't enough time in the film, so one of the stones had to go, and it just happened to be the Power Stone.
Oh, like how he obtains it? Wasn't it
What was that?
like the Power Stone and how he had to attain it?
I
Chris,
lost
are
you.
you
I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
Chris?
It's just a day of technical difficulties. I know you can hear me.
That's yeah, for people in the audience, that's like reminds me of like the Mandela effect. I feel like I thought I saw Thanos like get the stone in the movie, but I guess not. I have personally some of the Tesseract stones. So I think I have like 8 of those or something still. So I'm pretty bullish on the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm not gonna lie. And
Okay.
maybe you are too. I think it's gonna happen. I think you'll have to
Yeah.
maybe merge them or just hold them and they'll do a snapshot and maybe a percentage will go to like some of the holders. I don't know. They could do a lot of different interesting things. Disney's already done airdrops, kind of like that. So I would think Marvel would be like following in their footsteps and kind of doing the same thing there. Anyways, it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out in the market, whether some of the older stones pump. Because last time the Time Stone pumped, and then Tesseract came out, and the Time Stone pumped again, and then
Mhm.
it's just kinda like yeah. So I wonder what that's gonna look like and what you kinda need to complete the gauntlet, because there's gonna be a lot of speculation around that, of course.
Yeah, like, which I know, like, one of the problems was, like, which rarity, 'cause I know on one of them, like, certain rarities didn't actually show the stone, whereas, like, certain rarities did show the stone, so you wouldn't wanna speculate too much and then, like, find out that your rarity didn't qualify. Personally, I think it's either gonna be, like, anything that shows the stone or anything that even has anything to do with the stone would qualify for the speculated airdrop, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, there's a lot to dig into there. We have a lot of other news too. I mean, there's some big news around in crypto itself, like the CBDCs are coming or something like that. Um, and then also MetaMask launches some, staking.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that going on. In the macro of things, speaking of which, are you monitoring the macro? Like, are you like, have a pulse on like the global economy or US economy? Do you like I'm curious, do you
So
pay attention to any of that stuff?
yeah, I do. Like, I paid attention to the CPI report last week, which is like the consumer price index for those that are watching. And essentially, it just like tells you whether things are going to go up or go down. And the CPI last week was only like a 0.1% change, which was extremely bullish for everybody because everybody was expecting like this bigger change and things to get more expensive. Where when the CPI came back, everybody's like, okay, well, things aren't going to get more expensive yet. So like, I keep up with like the Fed meetings. I keep up with things like CPI rate hikes and all that. I just for like peace of mind, this is important. And if you're following the economy, you should follow this. It just stresses me out. I don't keep up with much with like world politics with like war, like uncertainties that we have with other countries or specifically the US. Just because I mean, I know enough to, like, know what's going on, but I try not to, like, consume myself, like, with, like, too much of my thought process going towards, "Oh gosh, are we gonna go into war in the next, few years?" So, like, I purposely remove myself from that and the macro. But as far as, like, Fed hikes, big news, all that stuff, yeah, I keep up with it pretty regularly.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I try not to pay attention so close that it affects my like mental health or anything like that. I mean, I think that's like what most people hopefully do. I know some people like look at it like every second of every day, but that's not me. So all right,
Can I make
cool.
one more comment on that real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah.
I do know even before I was, like, more in tune, I was, like, in tune with at least the crypto market. So I always thought it was funny because at this point, like, most of my, like, people that I followed were, like, Vivi and Nakomi. But, like,
Hmm.
I would notice, like, Omi would always just, like, somehow, some way follow Bitcoin. Now there's, like, some fluctuations where Bitcoin might be down a little bit and Omi might be up 10% or whatever. But for the most
Hmm.
part, it followed Bitcoin. And I always thought it was funny when people would, like, freak out, like, "Oh my god, Omi's going down," or, "Oh my god, Omi's going up," when, like, it really just went up and down with Bitcoin. Yeah, like
Hmm.
at the end of the day, like the whole market follows Bitcoin. So I think that's something important to keep in mind. Like for the most part, if Bitcoin's doing well, you might see a pump in altcoins for the most part, and if Bitcoin's not doing well, you might see a downfall of Bitcoins. And sometimes it comes in other cycles. But yeah, I always thought that was kind of funny because like if Bitcoin goes down 30%, it more than likely Omi's going to go down 30+%. Like that's just how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah. The macro is very important to watch to so you can assess your portfolio correctly and figure out your medium, short term, long term, like all that stuff. All right, so let's get into like some of these like big topics though, real quick. So
Okay.
Gala Games, I'll just start with this one because Gala Games did something pretty big. I just did a video on this around Gala Games, but they just basically hired like The Rock and Mark Wahlberg and to do some movies, some Gala movies, which is pretty big. But even bigger than that, in my opinion, for like the long-term growth and for token holders, is they announced Burns and peer-to-peer marketplace, and they're launching like their own layer one called Project Geary, which
Hmm.
is pretty bullish. So in a nutshell, they actually have tokenomics set in place now, in my opinion. Before, the only thing that was stopping me from really like getting super excited about the Gala token was the fact that like there wasn't super robust burn mechanism in place, and the reason why I like Omi so much long term is because they do have burns, set in place for when the OUP comes out. Now, we all thought the OUP was already going to be here, like hindsight, obviously. But like Gala, they just now introduced burn like into their
I didn't know that. I'm actually holding Gala.
ecosystem. Yeah, I think they have some burning, but it's not like it wasn't like every transaction generates a burn mechanism or something like that, kind of like Omi. As a matter of fact, Jason Brink is the or AKA Bitbender is what a lot of people call him, his nickname. Paul Barron asked him one time, would VD collectibles ever have like in-game utility in the Gala ecosystem like Battlestar Galactica? Because it's on Vivi and Gala. And he was like,
Hmm.
"Well, that's a possibility." So I wouldn't rule out in the future that they could maybe do something there. I think that's pretty exciting. And a lot of and nobody's really talking about this, by the way. No VV influencer, content creator, or whatever has even said that. We've only speculated on Marvel Mighties and these actual
Yeah.
big brands to create the game. But if Gala and Vivi partnered, it'd be a smooth transition. So I see you have a screen to share. You want me to go ahead and pull that up?
Oh, I didn't actually do it yet, but yeah, you can. I was just gonna show that based on what you just said, the
Let's pull
Gala
it up,
token
baby.
is actually up 143% in the last month. Only 7%
Ooh.
the last. Oh no, 25% in the last week, but that's a lot. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still obviously it's still down 84% from like the all-time highs last year. But dude, if you'd have bought some Gala token a month ago, I think I did buy my Gala token a month ago. I haven't even looked at it, so that's kind of crazy. I need to go check it out. Yeah, that's pretty big move right there for bear market, man.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of the case, it seems like, with some of these, price movements is when they bottom out and there's, like, no volume. If you scroll out, like, I don't know if what time frame you're on, but if you scroll even past that, like, to a larger time frame, you'll see that, there's more than likely going to be and maybe it's just because your screen is like oh, there we go. Yeah, I do like that. So you can see at the very bottom, like the volume just pretty much peters out at the very bottom. Um, and there's always
Oh,
with
right
good
here.
projects, there's always yeah, you can see
But it's
like
picking back up. Like, it hasn't been like this since, like, you got a little bit of volume in November, then back in August, but, like, this is the first volume we've seen in months.
right, not the volume spike right now, but right before that. That's when you
Okay.
wanna get into tokens is that's what like my main thing I like to look at is solid projects, solid teams are gonna be around forever. And if the volume's low and price is low, that's when I like to scoop in because typically there's always like this catalyst that sends the token up. And in this case, you have celebrities, you have the prod or the burns, you have the layer one, and then you have a peer-to-peer marketplace which may it sounds like it might be decentralized. And if that's the case, then that's going to be good for the gamers and good for users that have their assets. And what really excites me is Gala like could implement some type of like actual like sustainable royalty system too. So I don't know. It's something I'm
Yeah.
watching pretty closely there in that sense.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome,
But
and I'm excited to see this because, like I said, I hold it, and I had no idea until we had this conversation.
yeah, it pumped. So let me get to the comments here. We have Shonda, we have Ty McDuffie. It says sup fam, blockchain comics. Let's go ahead and actually get the raffle started here. So we actually have some digital packs to give away from our spot or one of the giveaway sponsors, Quid here. So if you're into that, I'm gonna go ahead and start the giveaway. All you have to do is enter exclamation mark raffle, and that will enter you in. So as you can see there in the chat, I guess I messed that sentence up, but win a quid prize hat or exclamation raffle is all you have to do to enter in. Yeah, Yada Dog, what's going on? Justin, Celebrities Plus Crypto. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blockchain Comics. Okay, so I'm just catching up.
Oh,
Steve,
yeah, all
what's
good.
going on, man? Thanks for being a channel member. I see you. Kurt says Pineapple Game.
Heyo.
Love it, love it. All right. So, yeah, with that being said, pretty crazy stuff. I think 2023 is going to be a breakout year in games, like in terms of catalysts, and I think we'll see more of the blue chip platforms start to really show themselves, like the games ecosystems, and really solidify themselves towards the end of the year. That's what I think is going to happen, and I think that's going to be like their platform to really catapult into 2024, 2025, to be like the actual like big dogs in not only this space, but competing in much bigger spaces like the bigger studios. For instance, Blowfish Studios, Animoca Brands invested into them. They have Phantom Galaxies. They announced some cool stuff yesterday
Heyo.
about their original holders giving them utility to get a mint pass for an avatar. So, yeah, very excited about a lot of Web3 gaming stuff. And
Holders of Phantom Galaxy? Of
so
what?
yeah, if you have one of the OG passes, the hopeful or a one of the medals, they're gonna take a snapshot
I
soon. If you play
I
the
have, like,
game,
the first one, like, the Bedford I don't even remember what it's called.
oh, the
But,
halberd.
Halberd, yeah. Does a
It's
halberd
not for
qualify
that
you?
one.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's only for people who played the game, got the medals, or you could go to the secondary market and buy the medals still. You
Okay.
could do that way.
Yeah.
Or you could buy the hopeful NFT, which is their Genesis, pretty much their
Yeah.
Genesis NFT, or one of their like early OGs. And then you can get a mint pass for the avatar. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alpha.
Heck yeah, dude, that's the alpha right there.
NFT Hodler says, "What's up, gentlemen? Great job. Hey, appreciate you." So Stevens entered in the raffle. We got Yada Dog entering the raffle. We got about, I think, roughly 2.5 minutes left. So we got 3 entries. Feel free to enter exclamation raffle to win a prize on Quid. What are we gonna give away? I'll
Ew.
let you pick. You pick. You pick what we're
Are
gonna give away.
we're giving it away next stream, right? So next week?
Now we're giving away right now, dog.
You're giving away right now?
I'm going to. Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a say so right now, but next week I'm gonna take some time to, like, carefully curate what I wanna give people and,
Oh,
then
you're
give it
gonna.
away next time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna carefully curate this. This
Oh,
is
you're
gonna
just gonna close
be
your eyes and pick something?
no. We're gonna do a mintable. So these mintables are you
Yeah.
can in the future you can mint these as NFTs.
Well, now you
Um,
can,
well,
right?
at least some of them. No, not all of them. You can't right now. It'll say like coming soon on it. But
Oh, okay.
anyways, yeah. So the NFT I'm gonna give away is I'm gonna do a couple packs for the BAYC Social Club,
Oh,
which
yeah, that's relevant.
is
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, the BAYC Social Club. I think they were giving away, like, a Rolex. I don't know if they ever did or not, but, there's also some cool stuff that, there's connections behind, the Comics and Crypto team. I believe one of their team members works for Satoshiverse, who did a drop on Quid. So cool stuff going on Quid. Definitely want to check it out.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I wanted to mention, which obviously you know this, but I don't know if the viewers do. If you were holding an Atari NFT that was on Quid, you got put in a raffle to be able to get the allow list for Mochaverse. And you would know a lot more about Mochaverse than me because you actually interviewed somebody on the team. But like Mochaverse is what, essentially the metaverse coming out for Animoca Brands or their first, like, yeah, sale on that. So there's a lot of talk going on in the NFT space about Mochaverse right now. Everybody's, like, struggling to get this allow list, and I just read that if you had the Atari NFTs and you have a raffle for it, which I'm actually gonna go enter later today because I did have the Atari NFTs in a MetaMask. Then also they had this thing with, like, Quid token, but you had to hold, like, a pretty large amount and this other thing. But I thought that was pretty cool that they integrated with that, to allow you to get allow list.
yeah, let me, I can pull it up real quick on the screen.
I can get it if you got something else going on. You also shout out to Yada Dog, new channel member, man.
Oh, heck yeah. Yada Dog, welcome to the Red Circle Army, baby. Let's go. Slider233 also entered in. Let me see what the raffle is. We need to pick a winner. Slider 223 or 2333, you
No, I
won,
tried to
baby.
slide in there. I tried to slide in there last minute.
What?
That's funny.
You can't be entering. That's
What?
you can't be entering, dog. What are you saying? I'm gonna exclude you. So shout out to Slider, man. To redeem it, you can hit me up in Discord or Twitter. Congrats there, and we'll be doing a couple of these pack giveaways. I'm trying to find that collection for BAYC Social Club. It's we'll give 2 packs here to Slider, and you can
Uh,
open those.
while you're looking at it, there's some big Basie news this week if you want me to pull that up.
Yeah,
Like
pull that bad
big.
boy up. You got the
Yeah,
alpha
there's
on
gonna
that one.
yeah, can you drop the screen down for a second? Just so we can
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
better. Um, so they're dropping a game, but this isn't like a game that's like
Oh,
sorry,
your
this
screen
does not
dropped
have
off.
permission. Yeah, it says does not have permission. That's weird. Let's try this again.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
there it goes,
It's
there it goes.
coming in. It's coming in.
Okay, so Bored Apes dropping a game, but this isn't like their game that's gonna be incorporated with Other D. This is like a play to mint game. So this is like a just a fun little side game. This isn't like some groundbreaking game. But the way they're doing is very interesting. Essentially, if you own any, there's a play for this. If you have nothing to do with Bored Apes, that's why I'm talking about it, because I'm probably going to try to play the secondary market. Everybody with a Mutant Ape, Bored Apes, blah blah, are getting these things called sewer passes. The sewer passes are these like little tickets that allow you to play the game. The game's coming out tomorrow on January 18th, and essentially it's like a temple run style. Again, the game itself isn't revolutionary. It's just a little quirky game that like you want to try to play and try to get good at. Well, how well you score in the game determines, I wish I could, I'll show you the little video in a second. How well you play in the game determines what NFT you're going to get. So if you have the mint pass, that's how you play. And then you do well in the game, and then you hold the mint pass until February something, February 15th. Yeah, until February 15th, you will be eligible to be able to get an NFT. And again, this NFT is in the Bored Ape ecosystem. That's a big deal. Right now, the cheapest asset in the Bored Ape ecosystem are the other deeds. Last I checked, they're like 1.6 ETH. ETH right now being at 1600. That's like, I mean, I don't feel like doing the math. It's probably close to $2,000. So anyways, this could be a really good play on secondary, depending on what they are, whether people feel like playing the game. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be flooring these because they're getting them for free, and it's free money, you know, even if they even if they sell bottom. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. Let's see real quick. I'm going to pull up the little game to show you just how it looks.
All
Again,
right.
it's like a little temporal run style, nothing too crazy.
I'm fixing to. Oh wait, there you go.
Oh, that was so loud. Hope y'all didn't hear that. All right, here we go. Here's the game. You're just like, it looks kind of hard, honestly. It's like that you can't hit anything, and the longer you stay alive, the obviously the better
It's like
NFT
a
you'll get. And there's there's a leaderboard, there's brackets and stuff like that based on what style NFT. So essentially, if you're really good at these like style games, you have a chance to get a good asset. And
it's pretty
Kyle,
cool looking.
I'm really good at these games.
It's like
So
Flappy Bird, 3D Flappy Bird, like down a tunnel.
I I did so Chimpers, another NFT project, launched like a Flappy Bird style game. No, Kaiju Kings did. And I got on their leaderboard and I ended up like getting stuff for it. So I'm really good at these like quirky little games. So I'm excited about it.
All right, so I think I found. Man, I almost want this for myself. I don't know if I should give this away. I might want to buy it. So we'll give a.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like that.
I entered your giveaway for that.
Well, so it looks like Slider said just he said just enter or put his back in. He said, I have a lot of quid, so give it back to somebody new. All right, so we will do that then. All right, we will complete that one and let's go ahead and we'll restart it. All right, so it started again, same rules, just exclamation raffle, and that'll enter you in. Um, and
And just to
today,
be clear, I'm not allowed to enter.
no, you're not allowed to enter, bro. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Let's see if I can. I wish they had a different size you could do that. We'll just keep it at that. But yeah, this is the Satoshi verse. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
this
pretty dope. I like it.
insane quality right there. So this is, I believe, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say, but Spencer works with Satoshi Verse, which is really cool. I think Chef Dizzy a long time ago was like a low key a mod in their Discord server. Chef Dizzy used to be a Vivi mod like way back in the day, before he like went on to do his own stuff. But
Hmm.
this is called the Assassin, which is super cool. Let me zoom in on it so you guys can see this better. But this is, I believe it's like a comic universe, and I think they're gonna have a game long term. So I think it's a game and a comic, but you can see like the insane quality. Like I can zoom in, and you could literally see like the cape has super good texture. We'll give this one away. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this, and I'll send this over to. Well, I guess I have like I don't have sufficient funds to buy this. It's $8. There's $100 in the account. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If I can't figure it out on stream,
Then you'll get it to him afterwards. Yeah, that's fine. We still got
yeah,
a
we'll
lot
get
to
it to
talk
him
about today
afterwards.
anyways.
Yeah. So if you want to continue on, and talk about how good you are at Flappy Bird.
Yeah, man. Oh, actually, fun. I'm supposed to be on this new Web3 esports team. So that's nothing to do with Flappy Bird, but we will be competing in other esports games, or Web3 games specifically. So I'm really excited about that. We were going to talk a little bit. This happened over the weekend. I might skip a little bit. But Logan Paul talked about we've talked about this a few times, like on our chats. But Logan Paul actually addressed the CoffeeZilla situation over the weekend, and I don't know. Did you actually watch what he said yet?
No, oh, well, I watched, like, a
It's really
couple of
short.
his
It's really
I
short.
watched
We
his
can
sh
play it.
yeah, I watched his short one, and then I watched, like, his long podcast one, but I haven't watched I don't think I watched the latest one. But
Okay, it's
I
not
don't
it's
wanna
not
get
as short as that.
I don't wanna get a copyright strike, though.
Off of Logan talking on his Twitter.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, we can pull it up.
It's actually longer than I thought, so we don't have to play it, but I'll show you like the actual like what the tweet looks like.
Yeah,
Uh,
walk us through this. What's going on, man? What's the latest update? What's the dirty
I
laundry? What's
will.
going on, man?
All right, here's your copyright strike you've been waiting on. I'm gonna play some music for you. 30 seconds of music. No, so you watched the long live one and you watched the other one, but those were like half apologies. Like he didn't really apologize for anything. This one, he essentially said that he's going to give Mint back to the holders. This was on his Twitter. There's a 3-step plan for Crypto Zoo, including 1.3 million reward programs for disappointed players. So disappointed players are going to be able to burn their eggs for Mint price, which is point 0.1. So actually, like a pretty fun play I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah, yeah.
about.
I did see that one.
Pretty fun play I was thinking about. I don't think it's gonna get there, but if these eggs get like way under point 0.1, you could essentially just buy them all and then burn them for point 0.1 when the time comes. Like right now, it's not significant enough to actually matter. But the eggs are at point 0.09. But like if these offers get accepted at point 0.08 and then you burn for point 0.1, that's 0.02 per egg, which adds up after a while. So I was thinking that could be a play. If you're familiar with offers and if these actually are getting accepted. Let's see if any of these. Yeah, look, there's a sell for 0.08, 0.08, 0.08. Somebody's doing exactly what I'm saying. I didn't even know this. So what they're going to do is they're probably going to burn all of these for point 0.1. But that does come down to trusting Logan following through with what he says. I think he's already hurt his reputation enough to where he probably sorry. Um I'm on the stream again. I think he already hurt his reputation enough to where he's probably not going to lie again, but I don't know. What do you think?
Uh, it's hard to say, man. There's so much we don't know about what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, obviously, he doesn't look good. His reputation has been through like the mud and back. Um, I mean, he's gonna recover. I think he's gonna be fine. I think his like fan base is already like there. That's been through the year with him through the year. Excuse me, through the years. So I think he'll be fine. He's got Prime. Like he's partnered with KSI. Like in my opinion, Logan Paul is going to be a billionaire from, doing like similar to what Mr. Beast is doing, which is like the whole burger thing. And
Yeah,
that's kind of the creator economy today is that creators have so much control when you get to that level. Now, me and you obviously far less control, but in his position and their position, they have a lot of power still. It doesn't matter. They could screw up many times as long as they apologize to a degree. I think that uh, there is a lot of sketchy people in the space. I mean, there's rug pulls, it's hard to like try to pin him in a corner. I mean, it would have been nice in his apology if he took responsibility of what happened. And I think he's forgotten that all of his fans are just average people that, work a 9 to 5 that don't have millions of dollars just laying around. And he forgets that because he's in this like celebrity bubble.
true. Yeah,
And it would be nice if he just kind of comes back to reality a little bit and realizes where people are coming from and that they spent thousands of dollars on these eggs and they felt screwed. And now, like obviously, he's came out now because CoffeeZilla. He's even apologized to CoffeeZilla at this point, so there's just a lot of things going on, and I think it's just one of those things where we're just gonna have to wait and see, if he actually does come through and deliver, and hopefully he does for the sake of people that have put so much money into it. Now, before this whole mess, I was kinda like a Logan Paul, like, "Yeah, like, redemption." But this kind of like muddies up that redemption story a little bit, and it kind of makes me rethink my position with Logan Paul, and like if he's a good guy or not, or if he's just
Yeah.
still in it for himself. So that's my thoughts on it. I still think he could redeem this if he plays it right. But again, like it's not about playing it right. It's just about being genuine about people who spent hard earned money on these NFTs, and that are truly his fans. And I think he should definitely acknowledge that. So that's my thoughts on it.
I like
If I was in
one of
his position, I mean, I don't care how much money I make. I'm always gonna be about people who spend money and work nine to
yeah.
fives and things like, because that's where I come from. you know.
Sure, me too, man. One of his responses cracked me up. It was, "Well, one of the guys who got screwed by my project was a scammer, so he deserved it." Out of the thousands of people who got screwed by CryptoZoo, he, like, pointed out one guy and was like, "Well, look, it's okay because this guy was a scammer." It was like, that did not make up for you screwing thousands of other people. But at the end of the day, like, I agree with you. Oh, this is a hot take, Kyle. I am anti-cancel culture for the most part. Like, you have to do like a really, really, really awful thing for me to like cancel you out because I believe in redemption and I believe like that people can change and that young people make mistakes. Obviously there's lines and all that. But like cancel he's not it's like from his first mistake, he did kinda, like, redeem that for me because like, he seemed genuine, like, an impulsive. He's made some genuine decisions, and he's a smart businessman, but then he comes and does the Crypto Zoo stuff, and it's like, "Oh, come on, man." It's like 1 step forward and 2 steps back, because the Crypto Zoo thing was pretty bad. I do like his last video, how he did actually own up a little bit more because his first 2 apologies were pathetic. It was, like, basically, like, just denying, saying he wasn't the only one that should be called out, and like not talking about then saying he's going to sue. He acted like a child responding to all that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm like you. Like I think he can come back from it. He's taking a step in the right direction, refunding 1.3 million people or dollars to everybody who owns CryptoZoo. Right now. And so I might or might not be one of those people that own CryptoZoo, but we're not going to talk about that. We can move on to the next subject.
Got it. No, yeah. I'm all for redemption as well. In my earlier years, I did a lot of like youth like outreaches and worked in the community. I literally would go out and do tornado cleanup. So I've done a lot of like outreaches and kind of ministry, if you will, and been to like, the different orphanages and helped out a ton there. But people that continue to not improve over a certain like extended period of time, like that is a problem. You can't just like always push people down and always be super toxic and then expect people just to like always like gloss over that. I think people have to be responsible for themselves and really encourage other people to be lifted up from their situation. So I do believe in like positivity. So I don't know. That's a whole like philosophy spiel that I don't want to get into because let's get back to the Web3, bro.
All right.
We got okay. So this one's a big one. I want to bring this one up.
Okay.
Is Digi the guy
Oh
Daigaku?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Digi
man.
Daigaku. So let's talk about that one super quick. I'm
Sure.
gonna pull this one up on the screen just real fast. If I can find it. Um,
I have some major alpha around this subject, after towards the end, by the way.
Okay, so this one, and let me zoom in on it so we can see this better. Now, at first glance, this looks a little funny, all right? And because number one, we're Western culture, so we're not used to this type of kind of anime art. But hold the phone. This project is a gaming project and it's a Web3 gaming project. And the founders of this project are from Limit Break. And Limit Break had a previous company they owned that they did a Super Bowl commercial and it featured Arnold Schwarzenegger and some other celebrities as well. So fast forward till now, what they're doing with this collection here, they're featuring it again on the Super Bowl ad. So
Yeah.
Web3 gaming is coming full circle, baby. And I've been telling you guys, a lot of you guys I know you guys love Vivi, and I'm here for that. And I'm here for like the gaming side of it too. But I've been super bullish. Ready Player One was all about games, racing. We know it's coming. Partnered up with Epico and with what was that other one? Chris, the other Omi like play to earn like gaming ecosystem thing,
Oh yeah,
Tengaku or something like that.
yeah.
So we know it's coming. Web3 gaming is going to be big. It is not to be underestimated. All right. And this Digi project, I'm just going to say Digi for short. If it captures the Asia Pacific market, it's going to be big, especially in Japan, one of the largest markets in the world. So, anyways, that's my take on this one here. Some little bit of alpha because they're still doing a bunch of stuff. I mean, this is
Fun
pre
fact
Super Bowl.
Fun fact about Digi Daigaku is that it was a free mint and it ran up to like 20 ETH, which was like at the time probably like $30,000. And right now it's still sitting at a 12.579 floor, so around a $20,000 floor. And the best offer is like 10 ETH. Um, and there's volume. There's sales happening pretty consistently. So for a small entry fee of $20,000, this Digi
Yeah.
Daigaku could be yours.
Yeah, and you can see powered by limit break, stealth mode on.
Yeah, so
The
click on that.
founder,
Click on limit break real quick.
yeah, the founder is Gabe Layden.
Yeah, Gabe
Um,
Layden. So Gabe Layden just dropped some major alpha of like groundbreaking. I can pull that out actually.
yeah,
This
no,
could this
I know
connects
what
to a
you're,
lot of things.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you're gonna pull up, so I'm pretty excited about it as well.
Oh,
But
oh, go
with
go
that being
ahead,
said,
go
wait,
ahead.
but so with that being said, did you know they actually reached out to me not that long ago?
Okay,
And
well, that's cool.
so I actually interviewed with him. So, I didn't sign any NDAs or anything, but, I did get reached out to by, like, some recruiters, and so I actually got to talk to, one of their team, like, super high up guys in Limit Break. So, shout
Cool.
out to them, though. I'm really actually super excited about this and what they do with Web3 gaming in terms of the visibility that they're gonna about to, do for this space. I think it's gonna be big. So, Chris, what do you got?
Now, what y'all meet about? I want to know now before I pull my stuff up.
Wait, what's up?
What did you guys meet about? I want to know before I pull my stuff up.
Oh, it was, literally a job interview.
What, dude? That's sick. Heck
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, but
You should have got with them months ago before they dropped Digi, so you could get on that allow list.
oh, yeah, so this was post Digi. I actually so I didn't know, I knew about the games they made in Web 2. I didn't know about all the stuff they were doing in Web 3 already, and if I would have known that, I would have minted their NFT for free. Like, I just for I don't know how this
Oh,
slipped past my radar, but it did.
so I have a ton of alpha for your viewers, our viewers. Let me pull. Oh no,
Yeah,
I just backed
there are
out.
viewers, bro. It's the show, the
On
continuous Degen Dad's show,
you're
okay?
right.
Dad's Degen Dads, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to myself because we're doing this on my channel next week. So if you're not subbed to me, go sub to me so you can catch us next week. Because
Wow, just so conceited.
I'm about to drop some alpha on you once I regain that tab that I just exited out of because I got so excited. Because if you
Are
missed
you talking
what I'm
about
about to,
the smart contract that, they developed?
you can talk about that. I was going to mention that, but go ahead while I'm pulling it up.
Alright. So, Gabe laid in the team at Limit Break. Another big thing why they're so important is because they are doing some innovative things like bringing out a standard in Web3 by, basically, producing a smart contract that will enforce royalties, which is big. And that's a little
Hmm.
bit different from OpenSea's, royalty contract, which is a little bit like they only limit, like, marketplaces, but or yeah, it's something like that. Whereas Gabe Layden and the Limit Break team, you can actually shortlist where it can actually appear as well, and it's a little bit more advanced or a little bit more airtight. So yeah, some pretty innovative stuff that's going on. And that was just recent. That was like a week ago.
Yep. Dude, I keep on backing out of this on accident. So
And that could
I got
be like to tie that in super quick with Vivi. If Vivi could actually benefit from like these innovative people like Limit Break by implementing a smart contract like that and deciding where their NFTs show up so that the brands could ultimately get royalties and so could Vivi. So it's a win-win situation here. So the space is still evolving right now and this is like super innovative stuff that's still happening. Something I predicted and was waiting for a long time ago for, that specifically for Vivi to have a smart contract that would, essentially let them get the royalties from different marketplaces. Because that's an issue before. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
It's been an issue in the space because that's a huge incentivization of artists. So 2 large pieces of alpha. So I just told you that Digi Daigaku went from 0 ETH to 20 ETH, which is around 20 to or 25 to $30,000 at the time. They're dropping a second collection that is also free. One can assume, not financial advice, that if that first collection ran to 20 ETH, that the second collection can do decent. It's called Digi Daigaku
That's the
Villains.
villains. Yeah.
And right now, all you have to do is find the official Gabe Layden. That way, you can make sure to click the right link. I could actually drop it in the comments for you. You go to that and you register. It says register for whitelist, and then you go through the steps to register to be able to have a chance of that because it's happening real soon. Second piece of alpha that most of your research wouldn't amount to, but you've came to the right place, is that they're dropping it on this platform called free NFT.xyz. Fun fact about this one is that this dropped months ago. The guy that dropped it, what is his name? I'll probably look it up real quick. Free
And make
NFT.xyz.
sure just real quick, make sure you follow the right Gabe.
Igor. The right way?
Hey, real quick, before viewers get excited and go try to find Gabe's account, he's got a 500K plus account. So
Yeah.
there was like a fake one recently with like 80,000. It was a lot of followers this fake
Oh,
account
that.
had. So just be careful out there. Make sure you go to the right Twitter account, and be sure you check and do your own research. Be safe out there. Don't get fished. Don't get scammed. Be careful. And I just wanted to say that real quick, just because that account was like massive, the fake one. I couldn't
Yep.
believe it.
So free NFT.xyz is where the platform is being dropped. The CEO of this is Igor Letterman. I actually had him on an NFT Now space because I run some of their spaces, and Igor is speculated to have some of the same VC backing as Gabe, which is also Gabe is dropping his next NFT on Igor's marketplace. I bought these at like 0.01, Kyle. I bought them like forever ago. I look at OpenSea the other day and they're at like 0.06. I don't know what they're at right now, but so I sold a few off to make up some capital because whatever. I have one left, just as a disclosure. But if free NFT does get financial backing by VC, or if this all just comes to fruition and it is true that this Igor Letterman does have all these connections, like that could be such a play. Again, obviously, like not financial advice, and I do own one. I might even buy more, even though I sold them, because the floor bounces a lot from free NFT.xyz. The floor bounces a lot from like 0.03 to like 0.05. What are they at right now? They better not be at 0.075. Okay, so it's at 0.043 right now. So what this does is this isn't the Genesis collection. They have a Genesis collection that's like 1 ETH. This is the collection that has 6,969, so 6,969. These allow you access to the free NFT XYZ marketplace, which is a marketplace where everything that drops on there is free. And it also is supposed to protect you from scams. So basically, the way it interacts with the smart contract is you go to mint these NFTs. It takes the ETH from it takes the NFT, it like sees whether it's a scam or not, and then decides whether to take your ETH or not. But you're not actually apparently approving the transaction of like all your assets or all your ETH. So it's supposed to be safe. I still don't trust it enough to like use like my main wallet, but I trust enough to use one of my burner wallets on it. So this like free NFT.xyz can actually grant you access to that marketplace, and it is attached to Igor, and it's at a pretty reasonable price at 0.043.
Yeah, so that's pretty dope. I've heard of that marketplace, and when I first saw it, I thought it was like, I thought the platform honestly was a scam because we've seen so many like scams in the space. So I was kind of fearful of that, and that's really dope that that's actually like legit, possibly. So, by possibly, it's probably legit. So, okay, cool. I was gonna pull up the Mochaverse real quick, like, the crazy utility over on Mochaverse. Let's see if I can share this screen real quick. All right, so let me zoom in a little bit here. So if you had any one of these tokens, and a lot of people are familiar probably with like Quid, because like obviously if you're at Vivi, you know about Quid from the controversy. the good, the bad, the ugly, and some we have quid collectors in the chat too. So if you own some of these tokens here in the chart here, then you could get a realm ticket, and a realm ticket gave you access to mint the upcoming Mochaverse drop. So if you don't know what Animoca Brands is, you've been sleeping under a rock because it is a massive, one of the biggest Web3 companies and funds in the entire space. Literally, they mess with like a lot of different projects. So we'll go into, let's see if I can find the investment portfolio here. We'll click on all. Look at this massive chart of like their all their investments. You can see some of
Oh,
the
wow.
biggest names in the space. I mean, literally Axie Infinity, Sandbox, Niftyfi, Wax even. I mean, Cool Cats, ApeCoin, and the list literally goes on. Phantom Galaxies is one of their biggest, coolest titles as well in gaming. So that's why, you could have these tokens and be able to get a realm ticket to mint their upcoming NFT drop, which is going to be massive. People are sleeping on this one, Chris. I'm telling you, man. And you can see here the
Are
number of realm
you
tickets
talking
you
about the
could get.
Mochaverse?
Yeah, the Mochaverse, and
Yeah.
kind of what
I'm not
that
sleeping on
is.
it, man. I got a lot list. I'm ready.
Yeah, you're not sleeping on it, but I think people in the space are. I haven't seen like, I mean, their Discord grew by 20K users in
Yeah.
like less than a day, and in 1.5 hours, it was like it grew by 10,000, which is pretty insane. So,
This will be
um,
fun to note. Let's look at the Twitter following right now, and then we'll compare it when the drop comes. So, like, obviously, it's getting more traction right now, but right now their Twitter following is only at 22,000. I'm expecting by the time they drop, uh, well, when is their drop? First off, do you know
we got say that again.
when does the Mochaverse drop?
It drops. I don't think they have an actual date on it. They were gonna say end of this month, and then on
Okay,
my interview, he said beginning of February. And we kind of know how that goes. Being in Vivi, like they could push it back, obviously, and in the
they're gonna
space,
have 80,000 followers by the time it drops. They have 22,000 right now.
it's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
So we got a couple winners. I don't even know if the second raffle actually happened. So Yada Dog, I think, slid in there. Um, Sammy won, but didn't give me any information to send anything to. So Sammy, if you're still in the chat, um, if you're still in the chat, Sammy Tama, drop your Telegram, I don't know, Telegram, Twitter, whatever handle in there so we can get you sorted. Yada dog. Um, well, I mean, if we don't, I guess if Sammy doesn't claim Yada dog, I guess technically you won Yada dog. You slid in there somehow, so we will give you a prize.
Ayo.
And
He's a
it
new
looks
member,
like
right?
PAX.
Yeah.
So PAX apparently I figured out why the credit wouldn't work. So we have to use it has to be pack based. So for example, like let me share my screen. So this is Bored Ape. Look at this. We have Hello K is on the Quid website, by the way. Can you see that? They
Oh,
actually
yeah.
published this like today. That's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
they publish the latest creators, videos on
They
their
just
site.
kind of started that recently.
Maybe we talked enough about it to be included in the next post.
Yeah, fingers crossed. If you're watching Quid, you know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get like some of these packs, which some of them have gone, like some of these more rare ones, um, probably I don't know what they were with actually. So I think they're trying to give away a Rolex, like it says true a custom Rolex. I don't know if they ever gave that away or not, but anyways, we'll give away some of these packs here, some of these collectibles when I figure out how to do this. So anyways, that's kind of the 411. We'll be giving one of these packs away. But feel free to take the mic, Chris, while I'm figuring this out.
Um, I mean, we hit our major topics. One thing that we didn't really have on the list that I just want to talk about is the overall NFT market is pretty fun right now, dude. Like for me, you mind popping my screen up real quick? So So there's just like random stuff popping off, and you can almost like close your eyes, throw a dart, and make money right now. So those are always good
Mhm.
times, you know. I'll show you this play that I made yesterday on OpenSea. Can you pull my screen up?
Yep. You gotta share it though.
It says it's sharing. Maybe I need to redo it.
Yep.
All right, I'll redo it.
There we go.
And so I thought these were cool. So these things popped off. They're called, well, I would have to start from the beginning. These things popped off called checks, and there's a bunch of derivatives made out of them. So I bought these because there's a bunch of punk derivatives, but this one stood out to me because like it went with the checks, which is basically making images using these little checks. But they called it check punks instead of CryptoPunk, so they look like the CryptoPunks. So I bought like a top 1% one yesterday for 0.01, and by the end of the day, I sold it for 0.045. So that might not sound like a lot to a lot of people, but I bought it for 17 bucks and I sold it for 71 bucks in the same day. And I didn't stack them. I should have. I had to go because we had a family thing to get to, or I was going to buy like 10 of them. And then, that would have been 10 times that $50 gain. Like that would have been good money for one day. But I'm happy, like for bear markets and for like even like these like whatever you want to call it, this dead cat balance or whatever we're in right now. I just like stacking, getting more ETH. So like for me at the end of the day, like if I can get my zero point zero 0.01 ETH to 0.045 ETH, then that's a win for me because that's more than a $50 gain if ETH does what I think it could do, in the next few years. Like that adds up. So that's cool. I also made a play on Smashverse. Dude, I held this. I don't think it shows it on here. I held this for like 10 minutes. I bought it for 0.049 and sold it for 0.069. I held it for like 10 minutes. So I bought it for 77 and I sold it for 110. And which again isn't that big of a difference, but 10 minutes, got more ETH. Anyways, if you go to the market, there's just so many things popping off right now. These freaking honks, they're at point. It's purely degen. They're at 0.06 right now. I have zero of these. They flew up, and there's probably I don't know how much volume's left in them, but they flew to 0.1 yesterday from a free mint. I think they were like the average was you see up here with my analytics tool that I use. The average was 0.002, and right now they're at a 0.06. So that's like hundreds of percent gained in one day, which is nuts. It's just a fun market to be in, man. There's a lot of volume right now. Like, we're averaging like significantly more volume right now, like than we have in the last few months.
Yeah, there was another collection, which I think we covered last time is feet pics.
Oh yeah, feet pick. Oh, here's the
Feet
checks.
pics was a
Here's the
free
checks that I
mint.
mentioned. So this was an open edition checks, which is basically just this. That's all it is. It's just like this these like slab of checks that are currently at a 0.34 floor. That was actually yesterday at like a 0.2 floor, so zero point 0.1 gain already. That was what inspired the check punks and a bunch of other projects. But yeah, what were you saying about feet picks?
Oh, I was just gonna say it pumped.
Oh, it keeps pumping, dude. They have pretty good Twitter marketing though. Everybody knows it's a degen play, yet somehow,
And
some way, it's still 0.16 still, bro. You could have bought at 0.1 thinking you bought top and then still did a 0.06 profit.
Sammy, if you're in the chat, man, just drop your handle or whatever. Better yet, just drop me your like maybe just sign up to I just dropped a link for Quid. You can use creator code Kyle20 to get a $20 credit if you're brand new to Quid. Um, I don't know. Just send me your Twitter handle. So Sammy, if you're still there, Yada Dog, is that Silicon Alley? Is that your Quid or Twitter? What handle is that? Trying to get these packs or NFTs sent over to you. But congrats you two for winning that. But yeah, there's a lot of degen. There's some good volume. On Vivi there could be some good volume. It could be artificial once we get cash out. Maybe that decreases the volume again. Kind of sucks the air out of the room
Well, it's also
on
going
that
with
end.
the rest of the it's going with the rest of the market too, though. I mean, like right now, the
Yeah,
rest
for
of the
sure.
market is healthy relatively to the last few months. So I mean, VV just kind of goes up and down with that.
Yeah, and a lot of it's funny because me and you are in the macro of NFTs, so we monitor like everything. And it's funny because we'll see like VV only people commenting like stuff we've kind of already known about in the macro. and then it's like it plays out on VV2, and people are like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, people have been saying this for days now in the macro, so it's funny, and I think that's to our point is it's always good to monitor the macro. If there's good volume coming into the NFT space, and it's at this point, it seems like the VV is following the trend. So although it's a walled kind of garden, so to speak, there's still money flowing in at the same time as the macro. And I think when cash out and all that stuff's back, even more so then, and it's just like if you're investing into micro caps or small altcoins, that's why it's important to pay attention to what Ethereum's doing and what Bitcoin is doing. And same thing with NFTs. I think, in my opinion, it's good to pay attention to what's happening in the macro of the NFT space. Just my opinion.
Absolutely. No, for
All
sure.
right,
I agree.
Game of Thrones, man. Did you you took
Oh, what's
profits on
up?
that, didn't you? You took a little bit of
No,
profit out of that?
no. That was a fun. I should have
I
left my
listed mine
screen
for
up.
sale.
Oh yeah, I sold both of mine.
You
But I
sold
didn't.
both?
Yeah, I ain't holding that crap. Um,
You yeah. You have such paper hands, bro.
I have huge paper hands, bro. I got massive paper
I'm
hands.
gonna buy you an ENS domain called Chris Coffee Paper Hands .eth.
So there's a
Now
huge pump. There's a huge pump, and I bought
yeah.
at point. It's actually a really funny like chase. Here, come on, this will be my last time sharing my screen, just so you can
Bro,
see
you love
this.
sharing that screen, bro. It's that third
Yeah,
monitor or the
I
second
like it
monitor or
is.
whatever.
I like taking over the stream, you know.
Just got so
Uh,
conceited all of a sudden.
so I bought. Yeah, you see that little cell right here? It's a nice one, huh?
Yeah,
Can you really see it? It's that
barely. I mean,
4.7.
like, barely. It looks like 4 ETH, but I have to
Yeah,
squint.
4.7 ETH.
You
No,
could zoom
no
in
big
if you
deal.
want as well.
Yeah, it's a 4.7 ETH still, and no big deal. It's cool.
It's
It's not what I was
insane,
gonna talk
bro.
about though. What I was gonna talk about was the Game of Thrones. So I chased it up to 0.19. I bought it at 0.19, which was high, and then it dropped down to like 0.12. And I was like, "Oh crap, I'm stuck with it." And then it pumped one more time to zero point 0.2, and I got the sell off at 0.19. So I like broke even on that one. And then I minted one, and I held it for too long. So eventually, I just ended up selling it at a loss at I don't know what I sold my second one for, but it was definitely a loss. It wasn't this cheap. It was point yeah, 0.055 is what I sold at. So whatever mint was 150 and I sold at 87, so I sold at like a $80 loss, $70 loss. You're still holding yours?
Uh, I
Oh,
listed it
hold.
today.
Oh, dude, it's double O? No way.
Oh, on OpenSea, but on Nifty's, it's like, oh dang, I didn't. Oh wait, these are
Oh my
opens.
god. No
Wait, wait,
way,
wait, wait.
bro.
Yeah, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
open boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
You can sort.
insane.
Yeah, you can sort right there by open. See what that scared me, bro. I was like, oh no, I lost a bunch of money.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not much better. It's a little better. It's at
No.
0.03. It's 0.035 on the non-open boxes.
Yeah, open. No, we'll do that.
So
80. So like $80. Yeah, it's like eight
I
down to
found an exploit.
$85.
I found an exploit in the system, but I didn't take advantage of it because I didn't want to screw people. You could actually sell it. You could actually open it, take the contents out, and then sell the box. And OpenSea didn't reveal the metadata of the open box until
Yeah.
after the sale. But I didn't want to screw
I
somebody
knew
over, so I
that
didn't do it.
I knew that was going on because I saw the floor. Somebody kept there's another exploit that I kept seeing around this collection too, is somebody kept flooring theirs, but then they quickly changed the price to like so they'll list it for like point 0.4 ETH, for example, and then they'll like delist it and relist it for 4 ETH. So it'll show that it's like the bottom of the floor for like point 0.4. But when somebody goes and clicks through, it'll say 4 ETH. And then if somebody's not paying attention, they'll click through and spend like 4 ETH if
Oh
that's what
wow.
they have in their wallet. Yeah. So
Mm.
I saw a lot of exploits going on around this one, and I was like, yeah, I was I wasn't gonna do the open box thing either. I figured that's what was going on, sadly.
Yeah, similar to what you just said, like on Blur, you can see like recent listings. So what people do, especially when there's high volume, you're trying your best to get one. Instead of looking at the floor, you're going to look at the recent listing. And if the floor is 0.04, you could list for zero point 0.4 and somebody might not know and try to click real quick and buy it real quick and then realize they spent too much money on it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know what they were doing here. A lot of newbies buying their first NFT probably. But like in my opinion, that exploit, no, like they should have probably said like to sort by, this or sort by open
Yeah.
and non-open. Since they didn't do that, a lot of people probably lost a lot of money on this specific drop just for that reason.
Well,
And
not to
that's why I
mention
was checking, and sorting when we were doing the last stream live, when we were streaming it.
this art. I know I post a lot. I posted the Game of Thrones art last week though. I don't think we even showed it off, but dude, it was so bad. I don't even hold on. Let's see. The salad fingers. You remember did you see that? I know you
Oh,
did.
sorry. No, I didn't see it. I was looking at Slider 2333 comment. They have a Dark Crystal minifigure on Quid that they said they'd do a giveaway for and list it for 15 cents, which is dirt cheap.
Oh wow.
That's yeah. And I think they're
This
going for like 10, 15 bucks
this
minimum.
is this is the this is the Game of Thrones reveal.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
did
people
see
were
those. I
comparing
did see
it to,
those.
like,
The
Kevin
cat,
or
yeah.
Salad Finger. That's a throwback right there. I think you're a bit too young to recognize this, Kyle, but this is, like, OG YouTube, man. OG
Oh,
YouTube
too
right here
young
with
for
Salad Finger.
it.
Too young for it, man.
Too young. I grew up with YouTube. I was there when YouTube
Makes sense.
started. No, yeah, the salad hands thing is just so goofy. We had a couple of VB people doing like memes and stuff, like holding like a candy cane and a Santa Claus bag.
That one was good. That one was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
overall, the art was awful. They messed up.
oh, Slider. Sorry about that. My cloud bot deleted your comment because it said it was too long of a comment, but I see it. I see it. We have Rezel one in the house. How's the dog charts? I see you got your own room finally. I'm not sure what that means. Is that towards Chris? Oh, how's the dog, Chris? I see you got your own room finally. It says this
Yeah.
bot is malfunctioning. Long message. Kyle was there with Epic Mealtime.
Oh, yeah, Epic Build Time. That was a good one.
Let's see. Samuel Tama. I don't see that username. I'll try to find this after. You guys know how to message me on Twitter as well. Let me know what handle you guys are sending me. Is this Twitter or what is this? Is this a quid handle? Let me know in the comments. And then also same thing with you, Yada Dog. You sent your username, and is that Twitter or is that quid? Chris Coffee. I just saw your comment. Uh, we also have what there's one thing we missed though. That game that you're looking at, it's like an AI game or something.
It's too much alpha, man. We're gonna have to save that for next week.
All right. Oh, there was a couple things we missed. MetaMask staking, and then also the CBDCs, which is central banking uh, stable coins. Essentially, is what CBDCs are.
Yeah, that's just what we need is centralization and DeFi.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on that? Bank of
I
America
think
announced that. Yeah, Bank of America says CBDCs and stable coins are the natural evolution of money and payments. Um, and it's pretty much a stable coin that is ran by the bank. That's what a CBDC
yeah,
is. A central bank digital currency. That's what it is.
I think that it's going to, bring more light to crypto in some way or another, but also that's, like, anti-crypto because it's literally just centralizing crypto. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Dang, that's small. See oh, yeah, you zoomed in, that's good. But yeah, it's just centralizing crypto. I think it's good because it's gonna get more eyes on it. I think people are gonna read that and be like, "Oh, look, banks care about crypto," but they really don't. They care about innovation, and, like, that innovation is something that's been needed for a long time, but it's still gonna be controlled by the banks.
Yeah.
So,
My thoughts on it too, same. It's like it flies in the face of decentralization. I don't know. There's a lot of hairy things that's gonna happen. Cash is king for a reason, is because you could put it in a shoebox and put it under your bed. But you can't do that with the CBDCs, and it's going to be in control. And they could print more of it, or they could do whatever they want with it in their control, but you won't be able to do in your control what you want with it and put it like they'll be able to see where you're putting that money, which could be good for like anti money laundering. There's some pros in there, but it's going to be at the cost of everybody's privacy at the end of the day. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out if they even go forward with it. Now China's doing the Chinese yuan, the renminbi or whatever, and they're moving forward with it on their end. So it seems to be maybe this is a trend we'll see, whether we like it or not. So something that Bank of America said, it's not official that the banks are going to move forward with this, but it's something to monitor and keep an eye on, and does indeed fly in the face of decentralization, unless they like let people do all kinds of crazy stuff on DeFi. I don't see that. I see this being like super regulated though.
Same. Somebody said bullish just on CBDC right now and put a bunch of clown emojis.
So that's almost it. We have MetaMask on staking, and that's kind of the last bit of the.
Yeah, they're just integrating what's it called? Rocket staking, whatever it's called. Just basically allowing you to do it straight from MetaMask, which is a pretty cool deal. You'll be able to stake your crypto directly through MetaMask. They're kind
Sweet,
of
sweet.
behind on that. Trust Wallet kind of had something like that like a year ago. I'm surprised MetaMask is just now like getting to that.
Yada
Like
dog.
I
What?
staked I staked Tron on Trust Wallet in 2021.
Yada dog said, no, that's my or a kid called Beast. Have you been following that? That's the other Degen project that pumped, wasn't it?
It wasn't Degen, no. It was actually an artist behind it. So
Oh, okay.
that's the one that's the one that they messaged me like 3 months ago before they launched their project because they saw that I made content and they wanted to like connect. And I had a short conversation with them, but I realized I like didn't respond at one point just because I got busy. And I look and there's like they're at like a point 0.6 floor right now. I think it was a point 0.07 mint, something like that, but they kind of botch mint. You could easily have bought for point 0.3 yesterday, so you got a 2x since then. It's worth over half an ETH right now. The art is pretty cool. The project seems pretty cool. The guy behind it seems already successful, so he doesn't really need this project. He just wanted to launch the project. So yeah, it sucks because I'm sure if I would have like interviewed him or something, I could have not only gotten a lot list, but I could have probably given away a lot list to some of our viewers, some of my viewers. So I'm sorry if you're watching this and you follow my channel and I dropped the ball for you. But it is what it is. We miss opportunities. And who knows? I might have really liked it, wanted to hold it. But a kid called Beast has definitely been popping off. I mean, I'd be surprised if it's not on top volume on OpenSea right now. Not very top, but like on the top 10 trending. Let's see. Um, it's not. It's not in the top 10. Oh yeah, it is. It's number one. Number one, kid called Beast, 596 Ethereum volume, 0.623 floor price. Best offer, 0.57. It looks sick, dude. It looks really good.
Yada dog,
17.
send me your Quid username. I mean, I guess that's what we'll do is we'll just get Quid usernames in the chat. And I think I got Sam and Tama's username, so just need yours. Anyways, back to you.
Well, that's all I got, man, and I probably got to wrap soon. Got a birthday party to go to.
Gotta wrap, bro. Gotta wrap it good. So, anyways, have fun at that little kid's birthday party, man. It was that we covered a lot. That was a
That
good
was a
show.
lot.
Yeah, that was literally a lot. And I was like panicking trying to do the giveaway, and I literally didn't know how to do it. But that's how we learn. We get better.
Hey,
And that's the theme of the show here is just listed. So shout out to Slider who just listed their Weta workshops, the Dark Crystal
nice.
Mintable, I think it is, on Quid for 15 cents. And you can just pick that up over there, which is super cheap. They're all going for like $10 a pop over on
Maybe
Quid. Do
maybe
you
if we get
know
enough.
you know what a workshop is, right? They're the same people that work on Lord of the Rings like stuff. Like they're
Oh,
big.
that's
It's a big
cool.
deal.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's a
it's
big
kind of a
deal.
big deal. So anyways,
I was gonna say maybe if we get enough feedback on these from the community, we can eventually I'll put you on the spot here. Eventually move on to 2 a week because I feel like when we do these, it's like over an hour of like packed out. Like we have like 10 topics in one episode. If
Yeah.
we ever got to the point to where like people supported it enough to where we could like do it twice a week, we could probably do like one at the beginning of the week and one towards the end of the week. And then we could do both of our channels each week. That might work out in the future. So if you like this content, be sure to like it. There's 30 people watching and 20 likes, which is actually not a bad ratio. But if you haven't liked the video already, go like it.
Like the video if you enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you guys on Chris's channel next time. Dad's Degen Dads.
Degen
That's what we're going
Dads.
at.
That's where
Degen
we're going.
Dads coming at you, from the daddy life, And anyways, that's all we got for this one. What a banger. We'll continue to do these giveaways, and we'll continue to do like Alala spots. Me and Chris have a lot of stuff baking in the
Ayo.
oven individually. Like he's got his thing, I got mine, and we'll be like, launching our own energy drink. No, I'm just kidding. But
Uh,
no, yeah. So we got a lot of cool stuff in the future planned out as well. But yeah, tune in for the next episode of Degen Dads. We'll see you guys in the next one. Be like an NFT, be authentic. Alexa's telling me there's somebody at my front door, so I got to go. Perfect timing. But peace, love, Vivi. Be like an NFT, be authentic. We'll catch you later. Bye. Hey, Chris, you want to know do